television.
Reading and libraries are synonymous. Less so on the city's east side, where 5 libraries have closed in the past 20 years. The Meade Branch on Ludington Street and Lovejoy, the Martin Luther King Library on William Street, the Kensington Branch in Ken Bailey, the North Jefferson Library on Utica Street, and what used to be the Franzik Library in Broadway Fillmore. That's where Nakia Looper's oldest child used to go.
Yes, it was wonderful. The kids used to go and have fun, and it was different activities going on at the library all the time, and then one day it was just gone.
Library cuts, the bulk of which enacted in 2005 under then-County Executive Joel Giambra's red-green budget, hit the system hard countywide. 15 branches closed. Susan Newman is a national expert on child literacy, and she studied book deserts for over a decade.
We said this is like food deserts in some ways. The children don't have access to good food, but they also don't have access to books.
Rakiah Simmons is a co-founder of Black Boys Read Too, a nonprofit that promotes reading by putting books in barbershops.
I think that it's not that there's a lack of books. I think that our children don't have access to them, just whether it's transportation or the means to be able to purchase them.
The cuts made under Giambra reverberate today. Here in the Broadway Fillmore neighborhood, the closest library is a near 3-mile walk away. But the effects aren't limited to just the city's east side. The numbers tell the story. The Buffalo and Erie County public libraries have fewer materials to lend. Library patrons are taking out fewer books and other materials, and visits to the library system are down by nearly a half.
It's bad enough that we lost 15 libraries, but every other library had their hours reduced.
County officials have had nearly 2 decades to restore library funding. Chris Collins cut the county's allocation to libraries during his tenure as county executive. Under Mark Polenkar's, the county has substantially increased funding for libraries. It's been enough to keep pace with inflation, but not to make up for cuts made by his predecessors.
There's very few areas of our operation that I think couldn't be improved with increased funding. There's no question about that.
Test scores show that many school children, especially those in Buffalo, have poor reading skills. Book deserts throughout the county don't help. For Channel 2 News, I'm Garrett Looker with Investigative Post.